IndyCar is one of the coolest open wheel series in the world. They race on street tracks, ovals, road tracks, all sorts of stuff. It's a really good range of drivers and the racing is generally really interesting. We were supposed to get a full IndyCar game by Motorsport Games, but it's no longer happening. But instead, we've got the next best thing. I'm on AMS2 with the IndyCar 2023 mod. It's a full season mod of the 2023 season. Apparently it's really good, but I'm gonna be trying it for the first time today and seeing if it's worth downloading and playing in Automobilista. For starters, I think it's worth acknowledging that AMS2 modding is something that I've actually not done before. There is a lot of skin packs out there for like old F1 seasons and lots of other small things, but there's not really been any like full complete season mods that we've seen so far. That has changed though, and one of the first mods to be kind of released on AMS2 is the IndyCar 2023 mod. It is available on overtake.gg, our website. You can download it directly from it in the downloads section at the top. So this mod is supposed to include all the cars and drivers from the season, and it also includes a bunch of other extra stuff. They've done a really good job customizing the steering wheels for each team. They've got like a different push to pass system. They've got specific like tires for different tracks. Like the Indy 500, for example, has its own tire sidewall and like layout, so that's kind of cool. And there's a huge amount of work that's been put into this mod. You can create your own custom My Team if you want, which is wild. You can create your own liveries and do like an F1 style season if you'd like. Included in this is multiple aero layouts as well. So you've got your road course layout, and then you've obviously got your super speedway layout for Indy, and that's what I'll be trying today. I'd like to try both the road car version of this car and the oval version of this car, and I'd also like to see how it compares to probably iRacing, which is the number one kind of sim at the moment, I think it's fair to say, and see how it drives. Especially I'm interested in the oval. Downloading this mod was a little tricky. It was my first time downloading a mod for AMS2. To do so, I used something called a content manager. It's not as cool looking as the Assetto Corsa content manager, but it does the job really well. What I did need to do for this mod as well, I did need to patch the sound. The sound didn't work when I kind of first patched this game, so I needed to download an extra file to fix that. And also, I think AMS2 has been updated recently, so it means the pit crew have stopped being people and have started being like Minecraft characters. So that's not ideal, but it's just standard modding stuff. Otherwise, we're going to try this mod first at a road track, and I'm going to Road America, which I don't think is on the IndyCar calendar at the moment, but let's go have a look and see how it handles on the road course. Okay, so we're underway in a really quick race at Road America in the IndyCar. We're starting off the back because qualifying's for losers. I've immediately gone to the grass. It's real racing. So I've done a little bit of practice in this car. I did like maybe like 5 minutes of laps just then in practice. And my first impressions are honestly good. I think these cars look incredible. Like being behind one of these other cars in a straight line and like looking at all the wings and stuff, I think it's fantastic. In terms of driving though, I have a couple of impressions. For starters, the braking feels terrible. Whoop. It's really easy to look front, and I am running on the default setup. I'm sure if I wind the bias backwards, it might be a little bit better. Whoa. But I'm definitely struggling to get the car stopped. I'm having to not use very much braking pressure as well, maybe like 50%, which is less than I thought I would be using, considering this thing is full aero. The other thing I've noticed, and you might be able to see it, is it's very understeer limited, which is probably another default setup thing. Or maybe because we're at Road America and we're not running a huge amount of wing, but like, I'm struggling to get the car stopped. I'm struggling to get the nose of the car into the corner. Understeer. bad move, wasn't it? But yeah, otherwise, like, one of the things I do like with the braking as I scare this AI, one of the things I do like is that if you flat spot a tire, it sits with you for ages, and also you can see it wear out really quickly. Especially if you flat a tire as you're coming out of pit lane. I've noticed, like, on these alternate tires, you leave pit lane and you lock an inside front, and you watch the little tire gauge down the bottom right hand side of the screen. It just goes doot. Stick the nose back in. But yeah, I'm driving Will Power's Team Penske Chevy, and I think the model of this car is awesome. Like, you can see it on the steering wheel, it's got like the red kind of lining, and it even says Verizon on the top, which the real car does. That's better. I think the cars look cool. They also sound incredible. Like, the sound coming out of these engines, I think, is way better than... Like, I'm just struggling to get it stopped. The sound coming out of the engines is way better than iRacing, honestly. It sounds like I'm watching it on TV. So yeah, it sounds better, it looks better, and I like how the tires take a little bit to come up to pressure and up to temp, and how you can lock them up, and it forces you not to do that. I mean, you don't want to do that in any game, but especially so in this. I will say one of my issues with Automobilista 2, I think this game is pretty great. But I struggle to get feeling through the wheels sometimes. Like, my brain just isn't configured for this type of force feedback, I would say. Let's get it in. Maybe first gear not the best choice there. Whoa. So yeah, this one's really cool. I'm enjoying driving this on road courses. I'm tempted to go buy the Long Beach DLC and give it a try on the street tracks as well. And I'm also tempted to do like a full 100% race in this, with the tire strategy between the alternates and I guess the prime as well. I think it'll be really, really interesting. But so far, I'm really liking it on the road course. I'm interested to see what it'll be like at Indianapolis. Okay, so we did a fun race at Road America, and now I'm going to do a race at Indianapolis. There's 32 cars at this track, not quite a full grid, but we're doing a three-wide start, which is awesome. I've not seen a three-wide start in a video game for Indy since like the IndyCar 2005 game, I'm pretty sure. It's been like a long time, so it's really cool to see that. And for starters, I've done a couple of laps here, and my first impressions on this car is that it's more slippery on cold tires than in iRacing, which is cool. So you actually need to wait for the tires to come up to temp before you can really go flat out. I just go flat out for those two corners, but I'm just cool like that. But otherwise, this car feels like it moves around a lot more than it does in iRacing. You can get little slides and like little bits of oversteer, and you can catch it and kind of mid-corner and then get it again and catch it and kind of slide the car a tiny bit. Whilst in iRacing, you get a slide and you're in the fence straight away. I've not driven an Indy car at this track, so I don't know what's like more realistic, but I don't know. if you can probably work out which one you'd like more based upon that. I've turned the AI to full as well. They're on like 120 difficulty, so that's why I'm getting spanked at the moment. Hopefully we'll get amongst it in a second, though. Another thing is that after the last race at Road America, I had to play around with the pit stops because I was like, I want to make sure these work, and they don't. I'm pretty sure the pit stops are bugged at the moment. Oh, here we go. You can like refuel your car, but you can't change tires or like repair any damage or anything, and the car just kind of sits in pit lane and won't let you leave. So it might be a mod thing, or it might be like an AMS2 thing. I know there's been an AMS2 patch recently, and it kind of like, it broke some pit stop things. For example, you can't turn off fixing damage, but I don't know. I just thought I'd say it. Okay, that's very dangerous what I just did, but I love it. And we're out of the draft. Okay, so got 2 laps to go. I don't think we're gonna win this race. And the aero push is there, but it's not as pronounced as it is in some other sims. Like, I'm still easy flat and I'm in the toe. This might be a default setup thing. Maybe if you jump into the setup and you start dialing wing out, maybe it will get more difficult. That's a gap. Oh. All right, 1 to go. This would be so cool to do a full distance Indy 500 in this, I think. Once they fix pit stops. Whoa. And through on New Garden. Oh, we're just gonna put him in the fence. The AI is so nice in this game. You can kind of like feed them and they'll like get out of the way, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I'm driving in Scott Dixon's car in this one. So I've gone from willpower to, from an Australian to a Kiwi. So, whoop. Whoa, slide it oversteer. The car kind of handles the transition of the banking kind of weirdly. To the line, we're gonna finish 23rd. That's pretty bad. Whoa. I got off the throttle and the thing immediately wanted to rotate on me. That's kind of awesome. Okay, so that's Indy. So yeah, the IndyCar is a lot of fun. I enjoyed it at the road courses. I feel like you could maybe tweak the setup a little bit, but I like how it kind of, the tires take a little bit to come on and you can lock them up, and I don't know, it just sounds so good. The cars look so good. I also think AMS2 is a very pretty game, so it just naturally looks very good. But I found it very fun to drive on the road courses. And on the oval courses as well, I enjoyed Indianapolis. It's a very different version to iRacing's version in terms of how you drive the car. But I did enjoy it, and I'm interested in doing a full-length Indy 500 in it. Unfortunately, the pit stops don't seem to work. I might be doing something weird with it, so if you've got this mod and the pit stops are working, tell me how to fix it. Yeah, otherwise, IndyCar, good. I think it was a good mod. I think this is a very good mod. I think it's got a lot of detail, and I'm definitely happy I downloaded it. And I'm going to do more racing in it in the future, I think. Otherwise, if you like this video, you can leave a like down below. You can leave a comment as well if you enjoyed it, or you have thoughts, or if you know how to fix my pit stop bug. Otherwise, you can subscribe to OverTake for more sim racing videos. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.